You're listening to Naya, a Dungeons & Dragons story told weekly. Naya is a production of Shoulder Cats Radio. You can find Naya online at worldofnaya.com or on social media at World of Naya. If you like what you hear, please subscribe and tell your friends. Thank you for listening and enjoy Naya, a Dungeons & Dragons story. Welcome to Naya.
Hello everyone, welcome to Naya. My name is Jay, your humble DM. Let's go around the table and introduce some of our new cast and your characters and a little bit about them. Amy, would you like to go first?
Sure. My name is Amy, and my character's name is Bijou. Bijou is a high elf bard who will eventually become part of the College of Glamours. And Bijou was educated in the Feywild and does not remember their past.
Does Bijou go by they? Is that...
Bijou goes by they. Bijou
Okay.
has a lot of questions.
All right.
Hi, my name is Andrew. My character's name is Reeve Viteyevich Kolosevsky. He is a member of the Masons Guild. He used to be a kind of a scam artist, if you will, back in the day, and he got in touch with the guild. I guess he screwed over the wrong person, and they decided to take pity on him and converted him into a guy who likes to do good, and he's a paladin, and he is very much a perfectionist. And,
Is this your character voice you're using? 'Cause this is...
I mean, maybe it could be.
All right.
So I guess that's the gist of my character.
All right.
Yeah.
And I'm Erin. I'm also on the other podcast, The VCR Kids, so you may know me. On this podcast, I'm going to be Tatsuo, who is a human samurai. And when she was 9, her family of farmers were all attacked and killed, and then she dedicated herself to the pursuit of revenge and like justice. So she's been working on becoming a samurai for most of her life.
And what's your race?
Human, I said that.
Okay. Sorry.
Ooh, I did not.
Yeah, I was
Tell you
trying to
guys.
remember.
I'm actually a hill dwarf, so but I'm tall for a hill dwarf. I think I'm like right at 5 feet tall.
Hey, that's pretty tall
Yeah,
for a dwarf.
pretty tall.
All right, you guys ready to rock and roll?
Yes.
All right. So, welcome to Ortan. Ortan is a densely populated trading port between the southern coast of Westwood and the island of Moonlake. The city, if you can call it that, is made up of 3 islands, each owned by a different trading company servicing the world of Naya. The island of the Ocean Trading Company is where we begin our journey. The smallest of the 3 trading companies, the island of the OTC, is still completely paved or built over. Not a blade of grass or other plant life has survived among the cobblestone streets and multi-story wooden structures that are crammed into the island wherever space can be found. The island bustles with activity from all races. It seems to be home to anyone who is not welcome in the mainland. Grubby dwarves with matted beards shout at gangs of kobolds transporting large wooden crates across the massive docks. wiry elves who bear no finery, normally accredited to their race, run trade and crafting stalls, catering to the transient customers of the island. If it were not for the hard line between the cobblestone and the wooden dock, one would be hard-pressed to tell where the island ends and the ocean begins. Just off the docks, before reaching the middle of the island, with OTC headquarters and warehouses, we find the Salty Shell, a pub catering to OTC grunts and transient traders alike. The pub is always bustling with activity and is well known as a location to find work, whether that be starting at the bottom, cleaning latrines on an OTC ship, or hired muscle brought on to protect precious cargo. The Salty Shell is a reliable place to gain temporary employment. Across from the crowded bar, there is a stage set up to entertain the weird travelers. Wooden planks just a few inches above the main floor, the stage is illuminated with candles along the front, providing footlights to a strange elven performer dressed in a finery not seen anywhere else in the pub. This is urine Joe.
All right, yeah, so Bijou is working a gig. Would you like me to describe the act that is going on?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, so Bijou is dressed in somewhat provocative women's clothing, long black hair. Let's see what else I have on this costume. I want to get this right. Very red low-cut top with off-shoulder sleeves. Black corset embroidered with flowers, layered black and purple skirts that are sort of hiked up with these red ribbons, tall black boots, and Bijou is singing a song in common about basically as this character of this provocative woman who's singing about love and what she finds exciting. And as she's doing this, Bijou is working the crowd and kind of trying to get extra tips. So Bijou moves off the stage and starts sort of working the patrons as they sing.
All right. Aaron, what is Tatsuo doing here?
Oh, that's a good question. Probably just sitting and taking a rest after a hard day of training. Maybe she came to town to get a weapon service because she does have like nice swords, so she likes to have them looking sharp, take care of your stuff, I guess. And she is 21 years old with dark brown hair. She's kind of on the short side. She looks a little bit feral, like if you were looking at her. She, not like completely, but like she doesn't always like brush her hair right. And, you know, she wears like training clothes a lot. So she just looks like not a lady, I guess, because her family died when she was 9. So there's no one to like teach her how to keep herself. And she's just wearing some light leather armor and kind of Japanese robes. So, but very movable still. So not a lot holding her down. That makes sense. So she's probably just taking a rest.
Is she enjoying the performance?
Probably
or is she probably like at the bar?
Like, no offense, but she's a really serious-minded person. So anything odd is kind of like, why?
So probably, I mean, not that I'm telling you what your character is thinking, but probably at this point, like this bar is a place that a lot of people go to for work. So like if she's kind of like ready to like enter the world, this would be a really good place to like kind of look up people or like try and get on a trading ship or like something like that.
Then her mission would probably be to get information because she's always trying to like root out like badness and take revenge against it. So she's probably just keeping her ear to the ground to figure out something nefarious that she can go whoop butt on.
Okay.
So, because she just is kind of like in vigilante mode, I guess.
All right. So do you want to like talk to people about that, or do you want to just kind of hang out and like see
She's
what's
just
going
gonna
on?
listen a little bit for a minute.
What is Reeve doing here?
Reeve is he's going to be kind of hanging out in the corner. I would assume he probably is going to be doing a lot of stuff for the community, probably wanting to recruit for his guild. He owes them a great debt, so he's always trying to do things right for them. He's probably standing in a corner very silently, but keeping a lookout for potential candidates for his guild. He's always kind of serious, maybe a little too serious. He takes himself way too seriously, so he's kind of just he probably has just a straight face and not affected by any sort of emotion. Yeah.
All right. Well, the pub is pretty crowded, so if any of you guys want to like go up to a particular table or try and listen for information from someone in particular, we can talk about like making checks for that or like who you run into and stuff like that.
Are you able to describe the groups of people in the pub, or do we just kind of have to feel it out?
So if you want to go up to like a table, I'll tell you all about them. Or if you want to like not even approach them, but if you like want to point out like, oh, I want to check out this table over here, I can tell you about them.
So I'm going to conclude the performance so I can, get a drink and take all the costume stuff off. And I'm assuming this is like the end of my gig for the day. So I'm going to. So first of all, have I been making good tips? Like as I've been going around, like is there a table that has like tipped extra well?
I wouldn't say to you directly, but you do have a deal with the bartenders here where they'll give you like a portion of like tip outs basically, like whatever they make. And I think the patrons generally know that.
Okay.
So, but there is, so do you want to like talk to?
Like I want to find the table of people that has been the most into the performance so I can like end the song near them.
Gotcha. In that case, it's probably going to be there's like a bunch of drunk humans, like probably like 4 drunk humans kind of
okay,
catcalling and being ruckus, being rowdy. And
okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to produce a rose that I've had. And on the final note of the song, I'm going to give one of them the rose. And when they take it and both of our hands are on it, I'm going to use prestidigitation to turn it from a white rose to a red rose. It's like a little show.
Yeah, they're like, whoa, whoa, yeah. They like clap a lot and they like give each other all a bunch of cheers. And the guy who grabs a rose, they all like, you know that thing where that guys do when they just like kind of hang on someone. They're like, oh, you're the man, yeah, all right.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Back in the corner, Reeves' eyebrow raises.
At the humans or at the...
Just at the situation.
My person is taking the opportunity to look for people that are not watching this at all, because if they're not paying attention, they must be talking about something important. So like people who are not watching this go on at all, who are looking a little dark and shadowy.
Okay, make a perception check.
I rolled a 20.
So you see a bunch of gnomes kind of not together, but they're all kind of like it's kind of unusual to see a lot of gnomes around here because gnomes are mostly kind of live in their country and touring, and not a lot of gnomes kind of leave there. So you see a bunch of them kind of wandering around, looking kind of disheveled, eyeing out other people. And you, at this point, I'm going to need everyone to roll a perception check.
16.
Okay.
15.
Okay. So all of you guys kind of, well, Tatsuo, you see this group of gnomes wandering around and kind of, you can tell that they don't look super great. And one of them sneaks up to Bijou while she's entertaining these people with the rose, and one of them sneaks up to Reeve when he's sitting in the corner, and you can see them kind of reach out and try and pick their pockets, which both of you guys notice.
Yeah,
you both passed that perception check. So Aaron, none of them have picked your pocket yet, but you two both have gotten attempted pickpockets. Yes? Question?
Can I vicious mockery this person who's attempted to steal my belongings?
Yeah.
So I'm going to use my vicious mockery cantrip, and I'm going to say, no amount of money will fix that face. Don't even think about it. And I think you have to roll a wisdom save, which would have to beat 13.
Okay. And what happens if they fail that?
They're going to take
Because they failed that hard.
Great. You're going to take... I rolled a 1. You're going to take 1 point of psychic damage.
Okay. All right. So everyone go ahead and roll initiative.
Sorry, guys.
Katsuo would know that there are 5 of these gnomes running around.
Mm-hmm.
No one else would realize that. You guys just know the one that pickpocketed you.
I rolled a 12 for initiative.
I also rolled a 12.
Do you
I
guys
roll-
have bonuses to your...
That's 12.
That's
Okay.
with the...
This is going to be like Charlie Brown, like I got a rock, but I rolled a 1. Plus 1, so 2. 2 for me. I got a rock.
You're just gonna, play it cool and observe. You
Right,
know?
that's right. I'm just watching because I'm
Right.
trying to figure out who the leader is.
Nice.
Trying to figure that out because I'm going to get them.
You sound so confident.
Well, she thinks she is very confident. 'Cause she's like, I've been training for 11 years. I'm just waiting for someone to F up. Here we go. Gnomes.
All right. So the gnome that was picking your pocket takes a... you said one psychic damage?
Yeah, 1 point.
Okay.
It's a powerful cantrip.
So they take 1 psychic damage, and they did not expect to be detected because they've been going around picking all these pockets. They didn't realize what was going on. So what they're gonna do, he starts running away, and as he's running, he turns around and he takes a dart and he throws the dart at you. And he definitely misses. I don't know what your AC
Good.
is, but he missed whatever that was.
Okay, good. Do I see the dart near me on the floor anywhere?
Yeah, it probably landed on the table right next to you.
Okay.
It would have landed right there.
Okay.
And the one near Reeve does the same thing, except he kind of shouts at all the other gnomes. He's like, "Get out! Go!" And as he's running, he throws a dart. What's your AC, Reeve?
It's 15.
Yeah, that definitely hits. And you take 3 piercing damage.
Ouch.
All the gnomes start to flee, and at this point you guys can see that there's 5 of them because there's not that many gnomes in the bar, and they're all kind of headed for the door.
Okay.
Bijou is up next.
Okay. How far away am I from the door?
I would say probably like 60 feet.
Perfect. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Silent Image and create the image of just a terrible ghoul of some kind, just standing at the door to try to deter them from running out.
Okay.
So that's going to be my action.
Do they make like an intelligence check or anything like that?
So in order to detect it, they have to do a successful DC 13 intelligence or investigation check.
All of them failed it.
Okay, great. So they think there's a ghoul at the door,
Okay.
blocking the door. And also, can I, as a bonus action, pick up the dart that I see on the table?
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to grab that.
All right, Reeve.
I'm not very happy. I'm going to attempt to grab one of the gnomes by the scruff of their shirt and lift him up high, as in like 1 foot off the ground because I'm only 5 feet.
I don't know if you'd be able to reach one because they're fleeing from you, and so like you running would be like, I'm assuming your speed is only like, well, I guess you could reach the one who got you because I think gnomes have like 25 speed.
Yeah, 25. So yeah, I'm right there at it. So yeah, I'm going to attempt to grapple one of them.
All right, so make a grapple, and I'm gonna do this versus their dex for getting away from you.
Yeah, I rolled a nat 20.
All right.
Nice.
Plus 6, so 26.
You ain't going nowhere.
You're
All
going
right, so you
nowhere.
got one. You got one by the scruff of the neck. I'm assuming. Is that what's going on?
Yeah, I've got one. I got one.
And what are you gonna do with him?
I'm going to try to intimidate this guy and to tell him like basically kind of just be really mad at him and just make it known that I'm bigger,
I'm very
bigger,
disappointed in you.
and very disappointed. I'm going to make it obvious that I'm bigger and tougher, and I'm going to smash his face if he doesn't explain himself.
So you say, "Hey man, I'm bigger and tougher, and I'm gonna smash your face."
Hey man, I'm going to smash your face. So yeah.
All right. I guess make an intimidation check.
Okay. I think that will do.
What is your end goal here?
Trying to figure out where these guys are trying to run off to, maybe?
Information.
Information, basically, yeah.
Okay. What was your intimidation check?
14.
Okay, he's intimidated, but but he's not. You've got him by the neck, and he's not really like talking right now. He's just kind of like fighting and trying to. He's like, meow, 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 meow.
With his little
As
legs
gnomes
and
do.
feet, his little feet like kicking and his little arms swinging.
I'm gonna throw him towards the elf that was dancing.
It's two. You already got two things in. So
Oh,
we'll
am
wait.
I?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
So
I'm gonna
one of
hold
the
him.
gnomes starts running towards the door, and then sees the ghoul and is like, no! And like turns around and he
Yes.
sees his friend get picked up. So he picks up one of his darts and he tries to throw it at you, Reeve, and it zooms right by your ear and hits the wall behind you. Another one also running towards the door, and he quickly turns around and he's going to throw a dart at Bijou and also misses. Gosh, these gnomes.
I'm just hard to hit.
This one was a big hit, so it goes out of reach for you. Like it goes over your head. It's gone.
Right.
And then the third gnome, he was closest to the door, and he, instead of trying to attack someone, he just jumps behind the bar, and is kind of taking shelter back there. Tatsuo, it's your turn. Do you want to do anything?
Who was the one that yelled like, "Come on, let's leave"? Which one's that?
The one that Reeve is holding right now.
Okay, so I don't need to deal with him. Okay, so I'm gonna look for the one that threw the dart. Like, or was
The
it
most
one?
recent one.
Yeah, was it one or two of them? Two of them?
One of them threw a dart at Reeve, and one threw a dart at Bijou.
I can't get both at one time, can I? No.
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna choose the most recent one that threw the dart. I don't really want to kill it because it's a gnome. It's just like a little gnome. Like, I don't want to kill it.
I knew this was gonna happen.
Don't underestimate those gnomes.
You don't think?
Do what you
It's
want.
up to you. It's up to you.
So what I was gonna do is like the katana is pretty long, so I was gonna like take it like end out and just go like bap.
Like on
Back.
the end, like try
Yeah,
and knock
with
it
the
out.
handle, like,
like
knock
a
them with the
pommel to the face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pommel to the face. Just go bap bap.
That's hysterical.
What is the damage on the katana?
1d8.
Okay. So roll a d20 to see if you hit.
I rolled a 2.
You don't hit.
No.
All right. So you try and bap him in the head, and you just kind of miss and just zoom right by his head. And it is the original gnome who has the psychic damage. There's 5 of these guys, and I'm gonna have to give them names or something to sort them out.
Yeah, Winky,
Alright.
Blinky, Tinky.
Dopey,
Just somebody.
angry.
All right, it's Winky's turn.
I'm holding angry.
He also turns around to escape the ghoul, and he is going to, instead of throwing a dart, he's going to come back at you, Bijou, and
Okay.
he's going to pull out a dagger, and he's going to try and like jump on your back.
Okay, not the face though.
Not the face.
but he did not succeed that athletics check. So instead, he kind of like stumbles off your back and tries to like stick a dagger in your calf.
He gets another one.
And what was your AC?
13.
He hits
Oh, no.
right in the calf for 5 damage.
Okay. Oh God, that's
That's a
bad.
lot.
I'm squishy. That's bad.
It is the gnome that is currently being held by Reeve. He tries to pull out his dagger from his belt, but you see it coming because you're holding it.
I'm holding the belt.
No, you're holding him by the scruff of his neck.
Oh.
So you can smack his hand away.
I just kind of backhand his arm, and the knife falls to the floor.
Yeah, and so he's trying to swing, but he's so tiny. He's doing like the thing that your little brother does when you hold his head. And he's like, meow, 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 can't reach anything.
I'm
And
gonna.
now it's Bijou's turn.
I have to do this because I am squishy and I cannot take another hit. I'm going to use the disengage action.
Okay.
Where is a place that I can be in the bar that's not near any of the gnomes?
I mean, you could run. You're still pretty close to the stage. You could probably run like backstage or. At this point, they're pretty much all near Reeve or you.
Okay. I'm going to run backstage and get my rapier out of my belongings because I didn't have that on me. So that'll be my action and like bonus action is to run back there, disengage, and then draw the rapier.
Okay. Reeve's turn.
I'm going to take this gnome and just smash him on the ground. But in the most reasonable way possible.
You should throw
What's your
him.
goal?
As not because they're gnomes,
Should
and I
throw
don't want to
him at
make
another one.
Snowman was just killed me.
I don't want to kill a little like just make
They've
a little
drawn
pulpy mess
blood.
on the floor.
Listen, they've drawn blood.
Oh, true. I'm not gonna hold anything back. I've been convinced.
All right. Roll your 20.
Okay.
And you're basically doing like a Hulk smash with him.
Yes.
All right.
Is this gonna be a strength check?
Yes.
I guess, or is it gonna be like an armor class check?
Roll a d20 and add your strength.
Okay. Well, nat 20
Jeez Louise. All right.
+2.
plus 2.
I was going to say roll like a d4 bludgeoning, but now you get to roll it twice and add your strength modifier once.
So D4 bludgeoning.
Yep.
That's gonna be 7.
All right.
Or I thought it was 3. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. No, it's
Because you did a 2 and a 1
right,
plus
right,
2.
right. Sorry.
Okay. So 5?
Yes.
Okay. You throw him down and you hear like a bunch of cracking. I mean, he's still alive, but he's taken a hard hit. The one that threw the dart at you earlier, Reeve.
Dinky.
Okay, Dinky. Let me change that on my list here. So
Dart throwing Dinky.
Got those dinky darts. Those dangerous dinky, darts.
What
do
was the
damage.
first one? Winky?
Winky.
Okay.
Dinky. Who's the one you're holding?
He's holding
Grumpy.
Angry.
I think I called him angry,
Grumpy,
but we
is
can
that
keep
it?
it angry if we'd like.
Grumpy.
all right, he's holding Angry. So far we have Winky, Angry, Dinky. And we'll see what the other two's names are when we get to them.
All right, great.
So Dinky yells at you, Reeve, and he's like, "You didn't have to put him down that hard." And he tries to throw another dart. What was your AC again? Sorry.
It's 15.
Okay, he misses. This one does go a little bit closer. It kind of lands right next to your foot. And now it is the next gnome.
Stinky.
Aaron, you're really good at this.
Stinky.
All right, Stinky was the one who threw a dart at Bijou. Bijou has gone backstage. But since Tatsuo has entered the fight, and she's probably closer to Stinky than all the others, he's going to run up to you, pull out his dagger, and what's your AC, Aaron?
12.
Okay, he hits.
Uh-oh.
He gives you 5 piercing damage.
Are you kidding? Well, okay, he's gonna get it.
Yeah, like these are serious hits. They're not,
All right, I'm done with this thing. It's my turn, right?
No, there's one more.
Oh God.
She's ready to go.
What's this one's name?
John.
John. Yeah.
Call him Dan.
All right,
John.
So John.
I'm not as good as
No,
Aaron.
that's funny though. John.
There's always like a
Dinky, Winky, Angry, and John.
Stinky.
John was the one who was
Stan.
who stabbed you. So he is going to turn around and he hears all the screaming going around Reeve, and so he's going to try and throw a dart at Reeve.
Bring
and
it, little
What is
fellow.
it? 15 your AC?
yes.
Okay, he misses. This one was really close though. It just whizzes right by your ear. And now it's Tatsuo's turn.
All right, I'm mad at this one that got me.
It was Stinky. It was Stinky, right?
Stinky. F you, Stinky. I was gonna use my war fans to throw at like 2 of them.
He's right next to you.
Yeah, so he gets the 2-handed katana, which is actually a D10.
All right, but you got to hit him first.
Yeah, so that's the plan. I'm gonna swipe at him 2-handed with my katana, which makes it a little stronger. Oh wait, I wanted to put it through the dice tower this time. I wanted to.
Ooh, nice sound.
Ooh, good sound.
12, but is that a strength?
Yep.
13.
All right, you hit him.
Ooh.
Plus your proficiency bonus.
Oh, yeah. So,
Well, you hit him either way. So,
haha. Stinky.
Eat
so
that
roll
stinky.
your. Wait, was it a D10?
A D10
So
because
you
it's
roll your
two-handed.
D10 and you add your strength.
That's a 12. Do the one that looks like a top.
This one. It's a 9.
Ooh.
Plus your strength.
10 then.
All right, you are getting Stinky.
Yeah. Stinky going down.
So what are you aiming for here?
His face and his chest, because that's for a gnome, that's like a long blade. He'd get a nice slice right down his face and
You're
chest.
going down or you're going in and
Down.
up? Down. All right, so you split him in half.
Gross.
And Stinky falls in 2 pieces. He gone.
Oh my god.
All right, now it's Winky's turn.
So many.
Oh my gosh.
Winky better run.
Winky's gonna get it.
Just FYI, how tall are these little fellas?
I mean, they're gnome size, so small humanoid, like
It's
smaller
like
than you.
3.5 feet.
Yeah, 3 to
3.5
4
feet.
feet.
Jeez.
All right, Winky is going to try and follow Bijou backstage, but he is not fast enough to catch up with you.
Good.
He can see, like he is far enough to throw a dart though. Like he is able to get around the edge of the stage,
Fine.
and he does not hit.
Oh, thank God.
Jeez, these gnomes are bad at throwing.
Yeah, they are. Good
Angry,
at slicing up.
Angry gets up. He's clearly got a broken leg, and he takes out his dagger and tries to stick it into you. Since you're about the same height, Reeve, he's going to try and go for your chest here.
Okay.
He misses very badly.
Right.
His broken leg kind of catches him off guard, and he stumbles a little bit, and he misses. It's Bijou's turn.
All right. So I'm going to. Okay, what would I see first if I've got my rapier and I'm coming back around to get back into the fray? Would I see her cutting the gnome in half?
Well, you got
first, or would
Winky,
I-
who's like right on the
He's
edge
right
of the
there,
stage
okay.
and the backstage.
So
area.
I'm gonna go for him first with the rapier. I'm just gonna attempt to skewer him through the stomach.
All right,
So I rolled a 17.
that hits.
Excellent.
Winky got it too.
Winky getting shish kebab.
I did 5 piercing damage to
All right.
Winky. And do I see the aftermath of her slicing the gnome in half?
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna bardically inspire you as my
Oh,
bonus
yay.
action, and I'm gonna call out to you. I'm both frightened of you and attracted to you. And you get a extra d6 that you can add to some of your rolls
Nice.
if you need it.
I might.
Reeve's turn.
I'm going to try to just punt the gnome up into the ceiling.
The broken Winky or
Actually,
Angry?
never mind. I'm going to try
love
to
this.
punt him, but with my battle axe.
Like you're
a
golfing.
golf swing.
Like golfing, yes, exactly.
All right.
I'm going to try to golf this little fellow and get a par 2.
All right.
9.
Oh, that swing and a miss.
Yeah.
This is what it looked like when I went to Top Golf the other day. All right, it is Dinky's turn.
He's gonna get it too.
Dinky turns around and sees his friend Stinky split in half, and he says, "Stinky, no!"
Oh, I love that it's really his name now.
He runs up to Tatsuo, but he's not fast enough to get close enough to use his dagger. So instead, he throws his dagger.
Uh-oh.
Or wait, no. He throws his dart, sorry. And, ooh, he hits you.
Uh-oh again.
Yeah, and
God.
he hit pretty hard this time.
Oh
Uh-oh.
God.
You take 7 piercing
Oh, I'm
damage.
dead now.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I have to get to you.
So I'm -1.
Oh my God.
Do I get a saving throw?
Not yet.
When it's your turn.
Oh, no.
So you're just at 0. You don't have to like go into the negative.
Well, right.
Can she use her bardic inspiration on her saving throw?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Then that.
John throws a dart at Reeve and misses.
Why do they all hit me?
I don't know. It is Winky's turn.
Isn't he dead yet?
No, he got hit real hard though. So he's going to try and run away and throw a dart as he's doing it. But since he's in melee range, you get an attack of opportunity, Bijou.
Oh, I do. Great. I'm gonna go for that with the rapier. Oh, that hits. 16 plus 4 is 20.
Yep.
So I do 7 damage.
All right,
piercing
you stab
damage.
him in the back and he falls down dead.
Oh yes.
So who have we got? We've got Dinky and John, and that's
We
it.
got Angry, Dinky, and John.
Who just went down? Winky?
Yeah, Winky just went
yeah.
down.
A Winky Bob?
Whoever the first one was, I
That's
already
good.
deleted his name. I don't remember.
Yeah, it was Winky. Thank you, because I couldn't take another hit from him.
Angry tries to stab you in the legs again.
Little
Reeve.
ankle biter?
Yeah. And he misses again.
Why? That's good, but why?
Bijou's turn.
It's my turn? Oh, wow. Okay. Am I within 30 feet of Tatsuo?
Let's say yes.
Okay. I'm going to, since I have no enemy next to me anymore, I'm going to run directly to Tatsuo and cast Cure Wounds. And that's going to give you a d8 plus 5 of health back, so you won't have to make your death saves. So that's going to be, you get 7 hit points back, and you are now conscious.
That's good. I'm just gonna put.
And you still have your inspiration.
Oh, that's great. Someone's gonna die for killing me. Now you die. Who was it? It was Dinky.
Dinky.
Dinky's gonna get it.
Dangerous Dinky.
Dangerous Dinky is going down.
It's Reeve's turn.
I'm gonna take out ankle biting Angry.
I don't like these epithets.
I'm going to take another stroke here.
Just don't have one.
All right. 12.
Is that plus your strength?
Yes.
Yes, that hits.
All right. I'm gonna take a big backswing here and just chip him over on the green, if you will.
All right.
I need to roll battle axe. I rolled a 3 plus 2, which is 5.
All right. And this is to Angry?
Yes.
All right. Are you doing it? Are you trying to hit him with the sharp side of the axe or the broad side?
Which one's going to be more entertaining?
That's
So
a call
I
you have to make.
I think we should go with a half theme here.
What?
That splitting them in half, kind
He
of.
wants
So you're going with the sharp side.
Yeah, sharp side.
All right, you go for this big golf swing, and it goes completely through him, and it stops like right when you hit his spine, like it's just like stuck in there. But he gone.
Bye bye, angry. It's just Dinky and John.
Yeah, Dinky was the one who got you, right?
Yeah.
He sees you pop up, and he's like, "What the?" And he's gonna come up. He's gonna throw another. Was it a dart he threw it at you before? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's gonna throw another. What's your AC?
12.
He hits.
No, why? Always hitting.
And you take 4 damage.
Well, now I'm down to 3, so he's got to die.
And it is John's turn. This time, John, instead of throwing a dart, he takes his belt of darts and just throws it on the ground because he hasn't hit a single thing yet. And he runs up to Reeve with his dagger. You have a 15 AC?
Yes.
Okay, he doesn't hit you. He misses. Tatsuo's turn.
Clearly,
stuck
I
with
need
the
to
darts.
beef up my armor. But is it Dinky? Dinky's gonna die today.
All right,
So,
let's see.
two-handed katana, swing at Dinky. Oh, I can't tell what that is because it spit it out into my hand. Okay, try to. That's
Nat
a 20.
20.
All right, so roll your damage twice
Yes.
and add your strength modifier once.
10.
All right. What is your end game here?
2 kill. Oh, sorry, it's just 1, so it's 9. I just
Alright.
want to be clear about that.
But what are you aiming for? What are you?
Oh,
what are you-
right now I'm really mad. So again, a slash at him. Actually, you know what? We're gonna go to the side right into his stomach to try and pull out the intestines
All right.
with the katana.
You got some intestines, but you also cut him in half again. This time sideways. But you definitely have some intestines on your katana.
Gross.
Biju's turn. You have John left.
Where
Who
is
just
John in
attacked
relation?
Reeve.
So is he like across the bar from me?
He is at this point probably about 40 feet away from you.
Okay, so he is too far for me to hit with my rapier. I'm going to make sure that I'm not, endangering any patrons between John and I.
Oh, yeah. During this whole
And-
kerfuffle, by the way, everyone else in the bar has been like screaming and running around and trying to run out the door, but then there was a ghoul and
Well, actually,
someone figured it out.
after I healed her, the ghoul went away.
All right.
Because it was a
At
concentration.
this point, pretty much everyone's out of the bar.
Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my bonus. Is that a bonus action to draw a dagger?
Sure.
Okay. I'm going to keep my rapier in my right hand and draw a dagger with my left. So I'm throwing with my offhand. So if you want, I can make this a disadvantage.
Sure.
Okay. I'm going to throw at John my dagger here. Those are both pretty good. 16 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Okay. And then my dagger is D4.
That was with the disadvantage?
Yeah, I rolled a 12 and a something else. And 12 was the lowest one. 4 plus 2, 6 damage to John.
All right. John takes it in the back. Oh, what the what? Reeve's turn.
Oh, he's still standing. Can I add a can I say something as a free action?
Sure.
I'll be wanting that dagger back. Don't run away.
I exclaim, "You're not going anywhere!" And I take out a javelin.
Oh shit. It's huge.
And I'm going to kind of. It doesn't look like I'm putting a lot of effort into it, but I'm throwing it pretty hard. And I just kind of chuck it at John here.
Make a gnome kebab.
Javelin John.
Yep. That's why
We're gonna
pulled the
javelin
huh?
John.
Yeah, exactly. I got to keep this alliteration theme going. All right. So, maybe I should look like I'm trying a little harder. I rolled a 7,
All right.
and that's with my bonus.
Swing
Too
and a
cool.
miss.
Too cool.
John's turn.
Ugh.
He's gonna come up and try and stab you again, Reeve. Oh, and he definitely hits this time. Ooh. You take 8 piercing damage.
Ooh.
Yike. Ouch.
And it is Tatsuo's turn.
Okay, so is he close enough to
Yeah,
where
you
I
can
could swipe
you can
him?
run up to him.
Okay, but I kind of don't want to. I kind of want her to be, because she has a longbow.
Okay.
So, like, she can just shoot him from across the room and stand there silent while it hits, if she hits. Do you know what I'm saying? Just like,
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
Boom,
Stone
done.
cold.
That's how it's going to be if I roll the... If I don't, I might add 6 to it to make this work.
Do it.
So that would be 13,
That would hit.
3.
All right. To John,
To John.
you hit him. Now he's got a dagger and an arrow in his back.
I thought
Now
it
he
was
turns around the other way. What the?
He's not dead yet?
He only knows one question word.
What? Exactly.
That question word is what?
Now it's Biju's turn.
All right. Trying to. So I don't have any more distance stuff. All right. I'm just gonna shout something rude at him, just so if he dies of embarrassment. Yeah, I'm gonna do vicious mockery, which is gonna be a DC 13 Wisdom save. And I'm just
Very
gonna
wise. 11.
11, so he didn't make it.
Nope.
So he's gonna take. I'm just gonna shout something rude. I'm just gonna say, "We've enjoyed killing all your thieving friends. It's your turn now." And that was a 2.
All right. He turns around to see you say this vicious mockery.
Please die.
He looks over at all his friends. You can almost hear like the music playing in his head. Like, Winky, Stinky, and then
Mozart's
he just falls down
Requiem.
dead.
Yes.
All right, you guys
Great.
have killed all the gnome bandits and successfully cleared out the bar.
Yeah.
Hey guys, it's Jay here. I just wanted to take some time in the middle of the episode, or a little past the middle at this point, but to tell you about a cool few things that we got going on. Since this is our first episode of our grand reopening, if you would, thank you so much for listening. If this is your first time listening to Nair, we are so glad to have you along. We're super excited to tell this story. If you've heard of us before and you're excited for this new release as well, welcome aboard. We got some really cool stuff coming. Some big surprises for those of you who may have listened before will be coming up as well. So I'm really excited to show you guys. If you don't know what I'm talking about, a little backstory of kind of what happened with this podcast and this story. We actually recorded about, I think it was 9 episodes with a completely different cast, and just a lot of things happened as far as work schedules changing and people going to school and getting not masters, but degrees, and things getting crazy, and we just were not able to continue with that cast, with that schedule. We tried to make it work as hard as we could. We ate up all of our kind of buffer episodes and everything, and it just didn't work out. So I didn't want to let this story die out. I wanted it to keep going. So instead of kind of trying to force everyone into this situation that it was starting to not be a good fit for everyone, we decided to just kind of call it quits and restart the story with a new cast. So what you're hearing now is still starting from the beginning of an adventure, but there may be a couple kind of callbacks to things that have happened before. If you are not familiar with our show and you want to get in on those callbacks, you can actually listen to all of our previous episodes as part of our Patreon. And yes, we do have a Patreon. If you listen to podcasts a lot, you probably are familiar with this platform. Basically, it allows you to become invested in our show. So we have different tiers, the first of which allows you to get all of our free audio, all of our episodes we've released before, all of our little kind of special stuff when we were testing out playing D&D on microphones. And we also throw up every month a new behind the scenes episode where we get to have a little Q&A with the cast. You can actually submit questions to us on there. that we will answer and we'll chat with you guys about. We also have tiers that include getting some swag, getting some merch, and getting stuff like creating a character or a item to be on the show. So please check it out. It is patreon.com/World of Nair. And you can find us online pretty much everywhere under World of Nair. We're on Twitter. We have a website, worldofnair.com. Anywhere you look for World of Nair, you're probably going to find us. So check it out. We really want to hear from you guys. We're really, really excited to put these new episodes out there. And we want you to be a part of our process. So if you are into that, check out patreon.com. Again, we have a few different monthly tiers that allow you to either go back in time and kind of see where this show started out, and even be a part of producing it in the future. And everything that you contribute goes to helping keep this show go. So I don't know if you guys know, but podcasts are pretty expensive, and we actually run 2 on the VCR Kids Network. So we have to pay every month for hosting for the podcast and for our website, as well as any kind of merch we put out or anything like that. So in order to help us keep producing really cool content that you want to hear, as well as over the line or over time upgrade our equipment, upgrade our merch that we can give to you guys, what you can do to help out would be checking out patreon.com/World of Nair. We would really, really appreciate it. We already love everyone who listens to this episode, but contributing to our Patreon just lets us get to be able to be more in contact with you and to have you have more of a hand in how the show turns out. So please check it out if you have a few bucks to spare every month. And other than that, again, super excited to be putting these out there. Really, really proud of what we've got so far with Amy and Andrew and Aaron being part of the cast now. And I cannot wait for you guys to hear where this story goes. So keep on listening. Please tell your friends if you think they would enjoy it. And other than that, welcome back to Nair. Let's get back to the show.
Can I go? I really want my dagger back because it's my only one.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go over to John and I'm going to pull the dagger out.
All right.
Is it still usable? Is it fine?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to wipe it on my black skirt so no one can see the blood.
I'm going to go fetch my javelin.
Yeah, can I see what other loot is on John's body while I'm over there?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to do the same for Angry.
You find 5 gold pieces on John's body from looting other people in the bar. Andrew, you find 10 gold pieces on Angry's body.
Tatsuo is gonna do a one-hand shake off of the blade. You know where they go whoosh,
Where all the intestines fly off.
yeah, they'll fly off on the floor. Yeah. And then she's gonna look at her slain victims, Stinky and Tinky, and root through their bodies.
All right, you find a total of 15 gold pieces.
Great.
So as you guys are kind of picking up all your stuff and getting all this gold and all of this stuff.
Can I check Winky's body? He's the only one that hasn't been looted yet. And
you find 15
Ooh, I find 15
gold pieces.
Holy moly.
Yeah, these guys were going around pickpocketing everyone before y'all caught on. While you guys are picking up your stuff and finding all this gold, the bartender comes over, and you guys are pretty much the only living people left in the bar. So she comes up. She's a gnome, or not a gnome, a dwarven woman. She's the owner of this bar and got a little bit of a stubble going on.
Nice.
And she says, "You 3, come over here."
Hmm?
And she's like, I need someone. You need to talk to someone.
Oh, all right.
She motions and she leads you to this table in the corner of the bar. You're directed to a round table in a dark corner of the pub. 2 rather large dwarves stand guard, but part as you approach. Sitting at the table is a halfling with jet black hair. He wears a light blue tunic that has clasps that look like gold catching the little light in this secluded area. He stands up on his seat as you approach. He says, "Welcome, welcome. My name is Neiman Ironstone. That was amazing, you guys. I was just hanging out back here watching, but it was a really good show. It was really fun to watch. I really enjoyed that a lot. I'm looking for some hardy adventurers to go on a little quest for me." And he does a little bow, like a full body bow, and kind of gestures at the seats at the table. He's like, please sit down. And he claps his hands, and the bartender, the dwarven woman, leaves and starts to gather stuff from the bar and bring it over. He said, now you all know my name. I'm Neiman. Nice to meet you. But please have a seat. I'll get some food for you. Please let me know your names. Let me know a little bit about yourselves.
I'm going to sit down right away because I appreciate his showmanship and panache. So I'm going to go ahead and have a seat and say, thank you. I'm Bijou, if you didn't know. I was performing here, and it looks like you got a bonus performance.
He said, I did. The performance that you did was the second best part of the night. It was very enjoyable.
Thank you.
I'm going to limp over and sit down and tie a tourniquet around my bloody ankles.
Yeah. I guess I'm
pretty hurt. I'm bleeding pretty profusely. Got me right in the vein.
Were any stiff beverages brought to the table?
Yeah, so the bartender brings over...
Was it beer or ale?
Ale for everyone.
Was there liquor is what I'm asking.
You can ask for it, but she brings over ale for everyone.
Yeah, so I request liquor so I can pour it on the cuts. Because she's BA, and so she's just trying to, disinfect, I guess. And But she does not sit down. Tatsuna does not sit down because she does not trust a flashy stranger. Does not trust it.
All right. So the bartender comes back with plates of food for everyone and ale and drinks and everything. Neiman motions and says, please eat up, everyone, eat up. And he starts to talk, not really waiting to see if anyone's eating or not.
Can I just make a point to check the food and make sure everything is nothing smells weird or looks weird?
Yeah, roll a, I guess, investigate or perception.
Okay. That's going to be 20.
Yeah, everything's fine.
All right, I eat only the vegetables.
I mean, it's not good food, but it's not poison.
I'm going to eat only the vegetables.
Okay.
And turn to Reeve. Did you sit down?
Oh, yeah, I'm sitting down. Yes.
Then I'm going to notice you eating and just kind of slop the meat over onto your plate. Just eat my vegetables.
All right. While this is going on, you guys can count this as a short rest. So if you want to spend any hit dice to get hit points back, you can do that. Since you guys are bandaging up your wounds and eating and stuff.
I'm going to do that. I get 3 back, so I'm almost at full.
She gets 4 back, so now she's at 7 again.
This tourniquet's not doing much. I get 2.
So while everyone's eating and bandaging up everything, Neiman says, now let me explain why I invited you here. I am looking for some family heirlooms that have been stolen from me. I had a group of bandits sneak into my family's house, and they stole some tomes and scrolls and a lot of really precious memorabilia that chronicles our family's history. My family we're a very old family, and we have a lot of things to remember, and these dirty bandits just stole all of it. So I need you to reclaim them for me. The thieves who robbed my family were pretty tough. There was a couple of elves and I believe a gnome and a really large man. He was maybe part giant, but I can't take them back on my own. They were way too strong for me. So what I need is some sturdy adventurers like yourselves to join me, and we're going to try and sneak in and get back those books for my family. Does that sound good to you guys?
This is sort of a lot. Could you start with describing to me maybe what the 2 elves looked like and what they were wearing?
They were not really. One of them was definitely a street elf. He was tall, skinny guy, but pretty much wearing rags, and the other one, I think he was some religious guy. He was wearing some robes or something like that.
What color?
I think they were blue.
I was supposed to perform here for at least another week, so I'm not sure if I have permission to break my contract.
It's okay. I will pay Widowbrow the difference. She's a good friend. She won't mind if she can find another performer. I'll pay her. I'll pay to settle off your contract.
You'll pay her, but what about the extra I would have made?
Oh, of course I'll pay. Of course I'll pay you guys. I'm prepared to offer. So let's see, 3 of you guys. I'm willing to pay 300 gold pieces for your help.
Oh, that's a lot.
That should be about 100 each.
You've piqued my interest.
I'm so sorry. I have not introduced myself properly. Did I get your names already?
Nope.
Right. I don't think I gave you mine. My name is Bijou. I hope you enjoyed my performance this evening. What are your names?
I'm Tatsuo. And then she shakes your hand very stiffly because you used the spell to bring her back. So shaking hands, like stiff handshake.
It kind of crunches my hand a little bit. And so I just kind of wince.
My name's Reeve Viteyevich Kolosevsky.
Oh.
You can call me Reeve, I guess.
All right, Reeve, I guess.
I kind of just raised my eyebrow. All right. I reach out and kind of offer my hand in a handshake, but it's really bloody.
Yeah, I do like a 2-finger pinch of your fingers, just very, very barely come into contact because that's gross.
All right. So Neiman says, "So are we all okay? Everyone agree?"
Tatsuo is not super okay with it because she's very distrusting of most people. So she looks at him and goes how do we know that you even have the money? How do we know you even have the money? And why should I help your family? How do we know the bandits aren't good people?
He pulls out a purse that looks very heavy and very full, and he pulls out 50 gold piece coin and hands it to you. 50 gold piece coin and hands it to Bijou. 50 gold piece coin and hands it to Reeve. He says, "Here's half of the payment. This is just my way of kind of letting you guys know that I trust you. As you can see, there's a lot more where that came from, but I just really need the help, and I can't do this alone." So
can I want to ask him, is there anything you aren't telling us? And I really want to study his face and try to see if he's lying, or can I check and see if he's holding back information or not telling us everything?
yeah, make a intuition check.
Insight?
Yes, one of those things.
Yes. Oh, I'm a little dazzled by the gold I've been handed, and I only rolled a 7. So I'm not really looking too hard. I'm kind of excited about the gold.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, he seems pretty on the level.
Okay.
I ask him, do you have an inventory of what you've lost? Just
An infantry?
an inventory.
Oh, an inventory.
So-
So I have a list of there's a few books, but there's at least 2 or 3 spell scrolls that I know that they have that are very, very important. The books are important, but they're not as crucial as not spell scrolls, but just scrolls. They are the scrolls are what is very important to me and my family.
Are the contents of these scrolls secret in any way, or can you tell us what they say?
It's just family history and stories, and I think the scrolls are, at least one of them is a land ownership deed, but it's just stuff that has been in my family for a long time that we would like to get back.
I wonder why they would steal such things from you.
Well, my family is very well off, and I think probably they're just a bunch of ruffians who thought they would be worth something if they sold some old books. I don't know.
Do you mind if I ask, how did your family come into such wealth?
Well, we're very pretty big in producing iron, and
Right.
we're our family's been doing it for a very long time. So
All right. When did you want to set out on this adventure?
As soon as possible.
So we could rest for the night and go in the morning?
Absolutely. If we guys want to take a rest first, I'll cover your rooms here for the night, and then we can leave first thing in the morning. I do have a ship lined up, so we will have to leave bright and early. But the captain there, Captain Seafolk, is a good friend of mine, and he'll take us down. We're actually going to Prine, which is in Greenhorn. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Greenhorn, but we'll actually have to go around the tip of Nair and back up the other side. So it'll be a few days, but hopefully it'll be fun. I don't know. I'll tell some jokes.
I'm going to get up with a bit of a flourish because that's the only way I know how to get up. And I'm going to say, let me please discuss this with my new colleagues. And I'm going to try to motion for Tatsuo and Reeve to come over away from him to have a private chat.
I stand up and the chair kind of flies back. It kind of falls over just very abruptly. And I walk over.
So I'm out of earshot.
I still don't trust this guy completely.
Well, it sounds like a bit more fun than what I was planning on doing here. But I couldn't do it alone, especially without people who have such fighting skill. What do you think? It's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money. My guild would be very proud of me for bringing in such a haul of gold.
I don't trust this guy, but I feel indebted to you for reviving me previously.
Oh, don't do anything out of debt. That makes it so boring. Don't say that. Just do it because you like me.
Okay.
So are we agreed? Can I tell him that all three of us will go tomorrow?
This tavern wasn't doing me any good anyway. There's no patrons to convert here, so yes.
It seems like all the filth that was here is now gone, so
Oh.
nothing left to slice.
Well, hopefully we'll find lots of new things to slice. But he did say it was a stealth mission. How are you on stealth and sneaking around?
Well, I have been known to be heavy-footed.
Well, we can work it out. All right. So I'm going to go back over to the table and just broadly announce, with a wave of the arms, we have decided to go on this adventure.
Oh, wonderful. I'm so excited. So, as I mentioned, please spend the night here. Get a good sleep. We're going to be up bright and early, and we're actually going to be taking a ship. I don't know if you guys have ever sailed before. Well, you must have to get here, I'm sure, but it's a pretty new thing for me. I'm very excited. This is only my second ship I've been on, so...
I've never been on one either, so we can learn together.
Oh, okay, then.
What's a ship?
It's a big boat. Surely you must have seen one before.
Oh, a boat. Yes. I've seen plenty of boats, but not a ship.
Tatsuo just looks at you like, the F is going on with this guy.
All right, so that's where we're going to take our little first break. And thank you guys for listening to episode 1. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Shoulder.
Cats.
Radio.